Hi, Andrew here. And if that background music sounds a little different, well, it is. Normally when I make these videos, I happen to have Symphony Hall on Sirius XM radio. Tonight, I don't. Tonight I have Liquid Metal. Why? Well, I like classical music. I love classical music. I've been an opera subscriber, a symphony subscriber, a ballet subscriber. I played in, I took the Royal Conservatory of Music piano program up through grade 8. Studied music, and that's a primarily classical program. But we all like more than just one thing, of course. And as it happens, I came to really enjoy heavy metal. I heard an interview on NPR when I lived in the US, and it was about the music that we listened to, or the piece I recall was about the music we listened to. And the interviewer was saying that the music you listen to is, generally speaking, an outgrowth of the environment that you are in. And he gave a couple of examples. He gave the example of a young woman in liberal arts, at a liberal arts school, studying English, art, women's studies, whatever, is going to, generally speaking, listen to indie rock. She's going to listen to the little local indie bands. A guy who works the line at an assembly plant, a car assembly plant in the Upper Peninsula in Michigan, is going to listen to hard rock. He's going to be a Nugent guy. Then I think of my own experiences. And think of your own life. Do you generally listen to what your peer group listens to? Well, then I think of my own life. My peer group were, generally speaking, the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth children of relatively large families, but they were they were later children. Our older brothers and sisters were born in the early 60s or even the late 50s. So they listened to psychedelic rock, and then the big rock, the guitar bands of the 70s, the corporate rock of the 70s. I don't listen to that. My parents,
your workout is finished.
Dad was a country and western guy. I loathe country. Mom, she liked that sort of easy listening, I'm not entirely sure how to describe it, but Neil Diamond. Neil Diamond was one of her real big ones. I don't like that stuff. Funny enough, the guy I went to the operas with for several years, Mike, my good buddy Mike, he loved Neil Diamond, called him an American jewel or something like that. And never was my thing. By the time I hit high school, the new wave of British heavy metal was in full swing, or had even peaked and tapered off, and you were starting to move into the big four of American thrash. You were into the Metallica, Megadeth, Anthrax, and I can't remember the other one. Slayer. You were into that era. And I was, well, I went through engineering and I have a spare degree in physics. I was in the university track. The guys in my classes did not listen to that stuff. It was the working class guys from the other side of town. Their families, their parents worked in the factories. They were hard drinking, hard partying, head banging kinds of guys. Not my peer group. And socially, they wouldn't have a damn thing to do with a nerd like me. But the music that they listened to hit that sweet spot for me. So between studying classical piano and hearing Iron Maiden, and I think it was Run to the Hills, I was hooked. And that's what I came to listen to. Not from the peer group influences, not from the family influences. Why do I bring this up? We are very, very much products of genetics and of our environments, nature and nurture. Was I born to be a heavy metal and classical loving? I don't know. I certainly wasn't raised to it. But I chose it. And that's the important thing. You can choose. You can change. You can grow. Even at my advanced age. I'm in my mid-50s and I'm looking at the end of one career and the start of another. And I'm developing the skills and I'm generating the abilities to do that. I'm fighting. My whole life has been a battle with depression. I'm attempting to make changes so that I don't spend the rest of my days in a constant struggle with it. You are a victim of your environment, but you can overcome it. You can get outside of that rut. That's my 2 cents anyway. Thank you very much for watching. That was my time. Now is your time. And in the meantime, take care, and you'll see me soon.